just want to say a little something about some things I've already seen today from across the country. I've seen pictures of people, including many from Black Lives Matter, forming human blockades to shut down points of entry into the inauguration. I've seen stories of numerous strikes going on today. I've seen stories of anti-fascist demonstrators getting arrested for fighting against fascists. And of course, locally, I've seen pictures of students walking out and protesting here earlier today. I want to extend all my solidarity to those people fighting the good fight today and every day, even in the face of police violence from cops that have turned their body cameras off in DC, for example. That's a thing. Very, very nice. There was this emoji meme I saw on Twitter that showed an old white man emoji to represent each president before Obama, and then a devil emoji to represent Trump. I also saw David Froome, a senior editor of The Atlantic, claim that Trump is the worst person to ever become president, and he, quote, is including all the slaveholders. Both of these takes are ahistorical exactly because they treat Trump as an anomaly, that America was just fine before he came along to run things. The DNC even released hats during the primaries that said America is already great on them. But who was it ever really great for before Trump? It wasn't great for immigrants. Millions have been deported in the last 8 years alone. They've been exploited and abused by corrupt bosses for more than a century. It wasn't great for black people. Hundreds were murdered by police in this past year. Never mind the fact that they've struggled against slavery and apartheid for hundreds of years and are still struggling against institutional racism in the form of police brutality, the prison industrial complex, soaring unemployment rates, and various other factors of the white supremacist capitalist state. It wasn't good for Indigenous people. They were massacred by the millions in a genocide at the very start of this country and are still among the poorest people in the U.S. Sorry. Yeah. America wasn't great for the working and poor people of any background, though as an aside, it especially wasn't good for working and poor people of color, especially women of color. The minimum wage hasn't been a living wage for years. Millions still don't have health insurance and can't afford medical treatment, even with the Affordable Care Act, which of course is going away anyway, probably. People my age often can't afford to move out of their parents' homes because our standard of living is lower than theirs was. The Trump administration wants a national right-to-work policy, but even before that, our union rights across the country have gradually been chipped away. Yep. And many unions have become so bloated and bureaucratic that they can't fight back. Shout out to the IWW for providing an awesome alternative and fight back against that. Yeah. So America hasn't exactly been the best for all of us here. These sorts of contradictions always existed. Trump's presidency has simply made them extraordinarily clear. Who has America been good for then? It's been great for the capitalists, the ruling class, the bourgeoisie, the 1%, and that'll still be the case under fellow 1%er Donald Trump. Warren Buffett, for example, who some, like the Clintons, tout as a good billionaire, have said today that he, quote, overwhelmingly supports Trump's cabinet picks. The rich, like Warren Buffett, will be just fine under Trump, like they always have been, because America has always been great for them. It has never been great for us. But that can change. They have the money, but we have the numbers. Some people say that in order for the poor and working class to stand together in solidarity, we have to pretend that certain materially important differences do not exist among us. These people say that we have to brush aside the unique experiences of people of color, of Muslims, of immigrants, of the LGBTQ community. They say that taking these unique experiences into consideration is divisive. They even say that wanting these unique experiences to be recognized is what caused Trump to win in the first place. I vehemently disagree. We do not have to become a homogenous blob in order to stand and fight together. That's not what togetherness means. That's not what solidarity means. All right. Yeah. All of us standing together in the struggle against systemic racism is solidarity. All of us standing together in the struggle against systemic misogyny is solidarity. All of us standing together in the struggle against homophobia and transphobia is solidarity. All of us standing together in the struggle against war and imperialism is solidarity. And remembering that all of these struggles are interconnected, that capitalism will not save us, and that an injury to one of us is an injury to all of us is solidarity. And that is what we need going forward from now on. The ruling class, now represented in the United States by Donald Trump, is terrified by a truly united, powerful working class. Let's work on scaring the hell out of them. Thanks. Yeah.